Hello everybody, once again, it is Gunslinger here, and I am going to do a cast sent to me from someone on Team Liquid, so I'm very excited to get it going. In this corner we have the red Zerg, orlyOWL, yes, orlyOWL, epic name, indeed like it a lot. Now, in the other corner in the top right we have TCFnick. I wonder if it's because he works at TCF or there's an actual clan name behind it. And as I said, he is the blue Protoss, so we'll see a big old PvZ game here, and I am excited to see what these two players will have in store. As I said, I did manage to get this from Team Liquid. Great community, so go check them out. Extractor trick going down early for orlyOWL. Something that you see very often, and something that can get you a little bit of a lead when you need to. Now, a pylon going down outside of the main for TCFnick, so you may see something along the lines of the Forge First fast expand that you see a lot in PvZ. Meanwhile, continuing to build more drones, we'll see any minute now. We'll see exactly what orlyOWL will do. I'll just call him Owl for now. I don't like saying the whole name. So, of course, looking back at the Protoss base, TCFnick is going to go ahead and build that forge as anticipated. Now, when he does scout the spawning pool going down, we'll decide whether or not he will go for that cannon right away. And based on the timing of the spawning pool and his scouting of it, is there a close spawn on this map? Interesting question to ask. But at this point, regardless of the banter, I think TCFnick should put a cannon down before he puts his initial Nexus down for that defense against the early pressure from possible Zerglings. No gas going down, so you won't see any speedlings from the get-go, but anything is possible. And instead, it seems like TCFnick will go ahead and save up for that Nexus right off the bat. No, instead he's going to build some more pylons. In fact, he's going to build the pylons inside his base, of all things. Oh, wow. So he's going to actually cannon rush. I wasn't exactly anticipating that. This might just be a harassment technique, but he needs to be very careful about how he uses the probe. Now, something interesting to see is that orlyOWL isn't going after the probe himself. He is the more crucial foe to be dealing with, because once the cannons are up, there's not much you can do. Once you destroy that probe, there isn't much he can do. And it is very all-in-ish. So you don't see anything really going on at this point. He's simply going to focus on building these pylons and these cannons. Now the Zerglings are out, and they will go after that probe, and they will destroy him. So now they basically are going to focus right away on that photon cannon. Now there's two of them. Now the danger's been put in place. He does have two spine crawlers, and he's going to lose an Overlord. Is he going to build one right away? I do not think so. He does have the larva to do so, and the minerals. Nope, he's not even a supply block, not too much to worry about, but that spine crawler is gone. The contain has been done, so the damage will be significant for that army. Not enough Zerglings to destroy these cannons, so I don't know exactly what orlyOWL will make of this. More probes working down, maybe to lay more cannons due to the fact that he has them in place. Now, ooh, a cannon actually being put in the low point of the base. However, with the pylon up there, he will be granted vision. And he's just going to decide to cancel that based on the fact that the spine crawler is faster. That spine crawler is very weak, so he's going to go ahead and place maybe more pylons, more cannons. It is totally up to him. Now, orlyOWL is going to go ahead and get this extractor going as anticipated. However, there is a proxy hatchery made by orlyOWL. Interesting counter to see what he will do with that. Very interesting. I am very intrigued by this game already. Thanks for sending it to me. Now, orlyOWL is going to continue to make spine crawlers to deal with this cannon contain as it is now, as it will not allow any units to be very aggressive. But this hatchery will kind of sneak past this wall in that's being attempted by TCFnick. Few Zerglings out, and orlyOWL is going to continue to move his spine crawlers around. Now, he is also going to put down a Roach Warren, so that's also an interesting thing. Typically, I like to see Roaches earlier in PvZ matchups, but in this case, this seems like an interesting strategy, because now he can get Roaches inside the base of TCFnick. TCFnick has no idea this is coming. Oh, did not scout his base at all. And the spine crawler does have better range than the photon cannon, so he will be able to slowly chip away at them as well. With this one in range, he will be able to destroy the photon cannon in just a moment. The probe is going to stick there. He has dedicated so much into that Oh, let's see what's happening now. We do see that, yes, he is going to go ahead and bring roaches into the main. Has he finally seen this base? Yes, he has finally seen it. So it may... Ooh, this is dangerous. Will the queen actually try and take one down? Yes, it will. He needs to get more roaches to deal with it. However, he's even building a photon cannon there. He needs to be very aggressive. All the probes moving out to attack this hatchery. Oh, this is just hilarious. That roach will not live for very long, but this hatchery will be able to sustain itself for a little while. Meanwhile, one gate is down. Not going to do too much. Now, what will orlyOWL do next? He has kind of protected himself against this. There is a proxy gate right in his base, so it'll be interesting to see when these are the zealots decide to come out from that. Meanwhile, this hatchery isn't even dealt with. Oh, this roach can probably out-micro this zealot and do super damage. Just keep spawning in more units. Uh-oh, that's danger. For that roach is gonna die. No, it lives! Now the other roach is in danger. This is just too hilarious. Meanwhile, nothing being warped in from this proxy gateway, allowing the base to continue to mine and fund the dangerous little hatchery that is here. Two more roaches on the way. One zealot going to move its way into the base. This is just where all rules have been cast aside. Now, the person that sent this to me did say that it was a pretty decent Masters matchup, so this definitely has been eventful. The roach is trying to do as much damage as possible. Will they be able to destroy one zealot? Yes, they do, but these probes are able to do even more damage. They aren't mining, so they're not able to build what they need to. Now, due to the fact that the miners for gas are continually pumping those units out, the cybernetics core that was built in his base will start warp gate tech, and it will be chrono boosted. Now, the proxy hatchery is going to... Oh, he's going to let it live with 11 health and just leave one zealot back there to finally take it out, and the broodlings will do some hilarious harassment on the zealot, dropping its shields. Shouldn't have done that. Second extractor going down, so now more gas will be able to be applied. Now, if he does decide to go up to a layer, he can eventually drop some workers down into his natural expansion to create that second base, which he desperately needs, but the proxy gates are now in place. Will there be enough roaches? Can they go in and take care of these cannons? He needs to micro them instead of just letting them take free hits like that. One cannon down. He is going to run one away. And will these other three do damage? No, they will not. They'll just sit back. He needs to get even more roaches, which are on the way. Also a good job of not letting themselves get too supply blocked. Not even daring to go for an expansion. It was basically to prevent any rushes. Kind of sad, but the roaches will go ahead and take out the pylon here. That will be significant enough. Do not want these proxy gateways doing enough damage. One kind of arbitrary force field. Does enough damage to prevent the initial attack, but there are a lot of roaches now in the main. Going to burrow down. Will he be able to take out the first of these cannons? Yes, he will. Should he be going for the next cannon? Yes, he's going to go for the next cannon. Sometimes I like to see the pylons because there are more than these cannons in the base, but the spine crawlers are doing enough as well. This push has been repelled. Now he simply needs to take out these pylons, which he will. So there goes 2 gates, a waste of minerals in that sense. What will TCFnick do? He's going to go ahead and build 3 gates, or 2 more gates.